Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a really fun video and it's the things YouTube has made me buy tag. I think it's a tag video anyway, but basically it's just me showing you all the makeup that YouTube forced me to buy, or Instagram or social media or whatever. I just want to say really quick that a lot of the makeup I own was I actually bought because I saw people talking about it on Instagram or YouTube, and I am one of those people that is very, very influenced by what people say. And if people are raving about something, I'm like, that must be good, I need it. So I'm just gonna show you all the products. Well, actually, if I was gonna show you all the products, I'd probably showing you 85% of my makeup collection, but I think I picked out 10 or 12 items that really stood out to me the most as things that I was like, oh yeah, I remember when everyone was talking about that and I had to go and buy it. So let's just get into it. The first thing I'm gonna show you is, no surprise, the Naked palettes. I never got the Naked 2, but I have the Naked 1 palette, which looks like this. I'm sure you guys all know what the Naked palettes look like by now. And oh my god, the Naked 3 palette, which has kindly exploded. I literally have freaking dark purple eyeshadow all over me. When they were first launched and when everyone was raving about them, I would use them all the time. I really, really like them, but now I just don't really reach for them that much anymore, and I think I have better formulations and better colored eyeshadows in my collection. The next thing, I think this could possibly be the palette that broke the internet. The Morphe, just like whacked myself in the face. The Morphe 35O palette. Remember when this was first launched and people were literally going crazy about this palette? I mean, it's pretty easy to see why. Look how gorgeous this is. I pretty much used this whole palette to do my eye makeup today. I used some of these like matte browns and this beautiful like golden shade on the lid. This palette is one I reach for a lot and I would definitely recommend investing in if you haven't. I like pretty much all the formulations in here. There is a couple that's like hit or miss, like, you know, some of the mattes don't blend so well, some of the shimmers aren't like super, super pigmented, but as a whole, this is a fantastic palette and I definitely think if you're into warm tone shadows, you should check it out. Other shadows that I bought because of YouTube, and mainly people like Jaclyn Hill was raving about them and still raves about them, and I can 110% see why. These are the Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I actually have a couple of Anastasia shadows, which is this one and this one in here as well, but pretty much Jaclyn was the one that sold me on these. She was saying how buttery the mattes are and how intense these like foiled shadows are, and she was 100% right. These are beautiful. These are top shelf. These are probably my most quality eyeshadows in my collection, and I reach for this all the time. It's a mixture between this and the Morphe 35O palette. Creme de la creme of my eyeshadow collection, and I also have a couple of like more purpley colors that I wouldn't really wear on an everyday basis in this palette. So Makeup Geek eyeshadows, I definitely bought because I saw people talking about them on YouTube, and I am so happy I did. The next things that I was definitely influenced to buy, I don't know if this was more YouTube or more Instagram. I'm slightly feeling like it was more Instagram that forced me to purchase these. Kylie Cosmetics lip kits. Now, I actually have a full review of these on my channel, which I will link below. Basically, I like these. These are okay. They're not my most favorite lip products in my collection. I find the matte liquid lips to be a little bit drying on the lips, but I think the color payoff is beautiful of the ones that I own anyway. I really like the gloss formulation, and metals are pretty, but again, I don't think they really last very long on the lips. If you want to hear a more in-depth review with lip swatches and everything, head over to that video, which I'll link below. I think I kind of bought into the frenzy a little bit. If she like releases a color that I think it looks really beautiful, then I would definitely buy it, but I think I've kind of calmed down on the Kylie Cosmetics hype for now. Next, I have two foundations that I definitely bought because people were just talking about these all over the internet. Do you remember back in the day when everyone was talking about Nars Sheer Glow foundation? Well, I saw everyone talking about it, and this was literally the first high-end foundation I bought. I think like back in the day when I was addicted to Revlon Color Stay, like back in high school. And I was like, oh, no one's using that anymore. And everyone was talking about this. And I was like, right, I have to go and buy it. And I did, and I love it. I really, really, really love this foundation. It's a little more on the dewy side of what I'm used to now. I tend to go for more matte foundations, but the finish of this is gorgeous. And when you powder it, it does last all day. And this one, of course, will come as no surprise, Makeup Forever HD. This is the like original HD. I remember like Pixie Woo and Tanya Burr were using this, and they were saying how it is the foundation that Kim Kardashian uses. It's built for like HD television, and I was like, wow, if Kim Kardashian uses it, and if Pixie Woo's talking about it and they're saying it's great, then I need it. And I bought it, and I never really fell in love with it. Like, this is definitely expired. Definitely has expired. I don't really use this anymore. I'm kind of just, it's kind of just one of those things I have in my collection because for no other reason other than I am a hoarder. Beauty blenders, I think really were just all over Instagram, all over YouTube. Everyone was using them, and I was like, oh, okay, these things look really cool. And I think it's only really been in the last 6 months that I've really got into beauty blenders for concealer, foundation, everything. I remember when I first got one, I was sort of like, meh, like it's good. It's not my favorite application method, but now I am well and truly obsessed. This is the nude color, which happens to be my favorite, but they obviously have pink, black, all the other colors. This is a brand new one as well because I didn't want to get out my one that I just used because it's all nasty looking. The next thing that I bought because of YouTube is Lilly lashes. I think heaps of my favorite YouTubers have codes for this and they always use them in their videos. And I'm like, yeah, damn, I need to get my hands on them, and I love them. They are hands down my favorite eyelashes in my whole collection. These are Tease that I have here, love those. Miami, which is I think like the cult favorite, and I have to say these are my favorite as well. I'm wearing the style Goddess on my eyes today, and they are just perfection. They look so, so natural. They do not look that, they don't have that plasticky look about them. They are top quality. So if you want to invest in some really good quality eyelashes, I would highly recommend Lilly lashes. Need I say anything more about this? I think this was like the highlighter that started the highlighting craze, aside from MAC Soft and Gentle, which I was just never really interested in. I saw people talking about it, but I was like, yeah, whatever. As soon as someone brought this out and started putting it on their cheekbones, I was like, oh! I was like, I am gonna need that. I bought it. I hated it when I first got it. I think it's because I didn't know about highlighter. I remember taking like a really dense, almost like buffing brush, and I like swirled my brush in here, and I was like, oh my God, it looks horrible. And it did look horrible because I didn't know how to apply highlighter. And then I remember I tried to use this twice. The same thing happened. I threw it in the back of my drawer, and I didn't think about it until I kept watching YouTube videos. I kept watching people using it, and I was like, why does it look so pretty on them? And then I kind of paid more attention to how they were using it, and I started using it with a proper like highlighting brush, and I'm in love with it. This is definitely the most intense highlighter in my collection. It's a beautiful like buttery like champagne. It's to die for. If you invest in one highlighter that you want to be really, really intense, look no further than Mary Lou Manizer by The Balm. This is a more recently influenced purchase. Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder, and by recent I mean in the last like year. Some of those, like the Naked palettes, I bought like years and years and years ago. But this I've recently been introduced to in the last 12 months, I would say, and I am obsessed with it. I know some people don't really love it, maybe people with like dry skin, because I can see how this could be quite drying on dry skin, but to set like my T-zone, my nose, I feel like it almost fills in pores. It is so finely milled. It feels so, so soft on the skin. It is amazing. And when I use this to set my makeup, it literally lasts all damn day. Here's another thing that I'm pretty sure all you guys will agree was one of the most hyped up products on the internet. Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Now, I never fell in love with these. Like, they're good, I can see why people like them, but I never fell in love with them. Like, I kept using it and I kept waiting for the penny to drop and me being like, oh my god, I see why everyone loves it. And I can sort of see why, but I still love my LA Girl concealer more, and I still love my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind more. Sorry, maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but I still use these. They're just not my favorite. Definitely something I bought because I saw Nikki Tutorials use is the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy Glitter Liner. It's what I've got kind of on that inner tear duct on my lower lash line. This is stunning, and I don't think, if it wasn't for YouTube, I don't think I would have ever bought a glitter. I would have thought glitter is like for little kids. Wow, am I wrong, because glitter is like one of my favorite things to put on my face, on my eyes anyway, on my eyes. Yeah, I love this and I really want to pick up like every single color in it. If you are like kind of scared of like loose glitters because they can like fall all over your face, get this. It's so good because it's already kind of in that little like wand thing, so it's already wet. You can paint it on. I've put this all over my lid before. It's really, really good. And then the last thing I have to talk about is Morphe brushes. I think all of my favorite YouTubers have like a Morphe code, and I'm okay with it because anything that saves money is good, and I like them. I only have a couple of them, and these are definitely my favorites. This is the Morphe M439. This was definitely a Jaclyn Hill influenced purchase. I saw her using this. She was saying it's her favorite buffing brush for foundation. I was like, And when I got it, I was like, yep, yes girl, yes girl. I see why. It is stunning. It's so soft. It's so densely packed. It's huge as well, like compared to other foundation buffing brushes that I had in my collection. This is amazing and really, really well priced as well. And the other brush, I think this was also influenced by Jaclyn Hill. Can you tell I love her? This is the Morphe M501, and I use this for highlighting. It is my holy grail highlighting brush. Until I find something better, this is top shelf for me, and you can see it just kind of really effortlessly places that highlight, but it also lets you kind of like buff it out a little. Keep whacking these earrings. It also lets you like buff it out a little bit so it's not like a line. You know, you can really precisely place it, but you can also blend and buff with it. So I love these brushes. I haven't actually tried any of the eye brushes. It's only like those two particular brushes that I love, but just going off those two Morphe brushes are a thumbs up from me. Anyway, those are some of the items that I have definitely been more influenced than not to purchase because of YouTube or Instagram. Social media is such a powerful thing in society today, and particularly in the beauty community. I think it is so... How long has my background been like that? Now that we've fixed that situation. Social media, YouTube, Instagram is such a powerful thing in today's society, and I think it's just so interesting. I love watching these tags as well. I've watched a couple people's tags and I'm like, that is so true. And I love seeing what other people have been influenced to buy and what other people have bought because of other people talking about it. Let me know down below what products you've bought because you've seen people raving about them all over the internet. I would love to know. I think it's really, really interesting. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and hit the subscribe button. All the products I mentioned will also be listed in the description box below. So I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.